Hello everyone, Wangel here and welcome back to Alice Madness Returns. In the previous episode we started our exploration of this icy domain, as well as come across a new weapon, the Hobby Horse. It's slow, but very powerful compared to the Vorpal Blade, and so we could hopefully be able to use the two of them in sync with one another when it comes to fights. So, with that said, let's get things started, shall we? So we're just about to pop through here. And there's some more starfish over here for us to go, so let's grab these. And we've actually got our first Randula room, if I remember correctly. So if we pop down here, we'll be able to start the steps that we need to do in order to get more health. So if we pop in here. Now these can go a number of different ways. There's, I think if I remember right, 4 things that can happen. We've got this one.
Alice, I know your fondness for all manner of puzzles. How is the Queen of Hearts like a typhoon?
Yeah, so we've got 4 main ways you can do this. You've got one, which is a riddle. Second, I believe, is sort of survive, basically. You need to have a set time limit, and you just need to survive for that length of time. There's another one, I can't remember off the top of my head what it exactly is. I think you need to kill so many enemies in a short period of time. And then there's one which can be unique to the chapter. It could vary depending on what chapter you're in and which one it will ask you to do. Now in each chapter there are 4 of these rooms, and each room will give you a paint pot, and once you get 4 of those they will give you a new heart. So for this one we've got how is the Queen of Hearts like a typhoon? We've got in all ways, but a typhoon doesn't mean to be. Both are cruel, both are powerful, and both are indiscriminately destructive. Now I know the answer to this. Do you guys? Eh? It's A, in all ways, but a typhoon doesn't mean to be, whereas the Queen of Hearts obviously does. So, A. And I'm sure?
Perfect.
Nicely done. Now it is hinted at, not stated, but it's thought by the community that this area here is actually the Cheshire Cat's home. And that by going through the Randula room chamber, we sort of been brought to his place in Wonderland for us to be able to do these puzzles. So now they've done that, I think it's time now for us to be able to head out of here. Boop. Right. So now we need to do another 3 rooms, and then we'll eventually be able to get another heart, and we'll continue like that. Now I don't know if I'll actually be able to do all the rooms. Some of them are a bit off the beaten path. And so I'll try and do them as we come across them, but if I miss any, I miss one, okay? It's just going to be one of those things. Anyway, let's smash this open, and we'll get this bottle. I think in one of the later episodes I may have to show you guys some of the stuff that we managed to unlock, thanks to finding these bottles in there across the map. But for now, let's just continue up onto here. And it looks like we're making our way to that ship. Now remember where we're going to be going to in a later part of the chapter, but I can't remember why we need to get to that ship specifically. It might be for a bit of a mini game, if I remember right. We'll check it out shortly, I'm sure. For the moment, let's pick these up, and do we want to go right or do we want to go left? Let's try right first of all, just in case there's anything hidden around here. There's a thing up there and a snout. I thought I might have heard something. In fact, let me put this up slightly. There we go, I'll be able to hear it a lot better now. Okay, let's jump across here. And boing. Right. I think in the next part of the chapter we should be able to pick out Alice's new outfit as well, which is pretty nice.
Model making's all fine and good, but a waste of a perfectly good bottle. I could fill it with gin for threepence.
It does make me wonder though, hearing that, because we're obviously going to this sort of bottled ship in the distance. I wonder if that has anything to do with Dr. Bumby, because according to the nurse just then, he's the one who's interested in model ships, not Alice. So I wonder if that's sort of a sign of maybe his influence in her psyche, so to speak. I wonder. Anyway, let's pop it down here. We're sure we'll find out later on. Alright, and we've got an enemy here in the meantime. Hello, good sir. Alright, we're gonna get you now. Dap. And bash. Okay, we already killed you. Okay. Alright. Well, that wasn't much thing. Now, when you see these, if you remember, it normally means there's some hidden platforms not nearby. So I think that's going to be an optional bit to go to, whereas our main bit's going to require us to go down there. But let's check this out. Plus this way we can get some health back as well by staying in this... oh Christ, what are they called? Lilies? I want to say? I believe in fact I do feel a bit tired today. It's not, my memory's not quite as it should be. Alright, let's make sure we don't fall off. Okay, there is something on here in fact. What was that? More teeth. Okay. And whatever that is? I don't know. We'll find out once we go along here anyway. Oh. Okay, is this taking us another way to our destination then? Or is it warning us that there's actually a giant bloody skeleton fish jumping across there? Oh dear. Okay. Is that what you are? Alright, well I don't see anything over here. There says something going this way. Oh, it is taking me. Okay. Now we're going to have to stay a little tiny for this bit. Otherwise we will fall off. But I can see a bottle in there in the distance. So that's one way to get through here. Tell you what, let's jump on here. I can hear a snout. It's coming in from my right earpiece, so let's do that. Left now. Maybe it's in the next room? Let's jump across here a second. Or is it somewhere... Hang on a second. Let's smash this. And we join the platform here. Ah, snout. Don't worry just yet, guys. We can easily make our way over to the platform in a second here. In fact, we'll have to watch out for that. Oh, nearly missed this. Okay. We can just jump over to that bit, and I presume it's going to project us up to there. So let's do... There we go. And out. So where are we now? Oh, okay, that's the ship we actually need to get to. And it looks like we missed a bit of it on the way here. We could make our way back. I mean, I can spot something over there in the distance. Let's just have a quick look to see what that is. Looks like some more teeth. Is it worthwhile me trying to make my way over there? Yeah, let's do it. Why not, eh? Assuming I don't fall into the water and die. Okay. Let's check in here. Okay, so that's the slide. If we went left instead of going right, where we went and explored the hidden platforms in the distance there, this is where it would take us. So we would come over here. There's an enemy right in front of us, so let's smash you in the face. There you go, nice and easy. Now if we jump up here... Come on, we can jump up there, Alice. It's not difficult. Come on. It's not difficult at all. There we go. Right. So here's the hidden platforms. Okay. So we come across here, we stop there. Now, I'm not going to try and jump to make it all the way over to there. I'm just going to head back the way we came now. And make our way back towards the ship. How are we doing for time? We're only 10 minutes in. It already feels a little bit longer for some reason. Must be one of those days. Okay. Upsy daisy. There we go. Alright, let's jump down towards here. Let's keep an eye out for these big skeleton fish that seem to be swimming around. In fact, was that one down there? Oh no, it's just a shadow. It startled me for a second because I saw a shadow and it's just hovering on nothing. It's like, whoa. Okay, let's make our way over to these quick. Looks like they're sinking as we landed on them, so don't want to hover around too much. Alright.
You'd better come aboard, Alice. We're doomed, of course.
Hey, it's Mocking Turtle.
Oh, there's an infinite amount of hope. Of course. Now get up here.
Okay.
Confounded beasts. They want my ship.
I think you're more to their taste.
Never. We're almost relatives.
You're related to Sue, Admiral.
I've an idea. We'll leave this mayhem and go to Carpenter's show. It's better than Gaff. Carpenter promises we don't seriously can't harm us.
Best dive now, Admiral, or the sharks will have us for lunch.
I think I know what's going to be happening next. If it is what I think is happening next, there's actually going to be a sort of a mini game taking place. Or what could be wrong? Yeah, it is a mini game taking place. So here we go. It's basically like one of those sort of side-scrolling shooting games. So we got avoid shipwrecks, sharks, cannon fire, and mines. Press A to fire the cannons and Y to fire depth charges. Okay. So we push A, we can do that and shoot these. And we can drop mines like that if we wish. We've got 10 lives to do this as well. There we go. So far so good, nice and easy. Say that, and I need to get hit by that one. Okay, so far so good. Let's hope it continues. I can see you behind me there. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the thing is for trying to get a high score here, so I'm not too concerned about trying to do that. My point's just trying to get across the level in one piece. Come on, keep going, right. Okay, 9 lives still, that's plenty to go. Let's get rid of that. Damn it. Whoa! Really shaking in my head. Okay, we need to put this down slightly. There we go. I was going really sort of bang, bang, bang in my head. Ouch. Okay, let's try and avoid this crab. Let's get back, get back, get back. Okay, so stay down below this one. Okay, I should get you. Okay, we... Oh. Well, that was handy. The crab managed to shoot one of that shark by itself. Alright, are we there yet? Yes, we are. And just in time to get bitten. That's not too bad. We only got hit once. I mean, that's not too bad at all, is it? Now, I'm just popping on my screen a second. Because I believe we might be able to check out her new outfit. And if it is, I want to show yeah, this is her new outfit.
My body aches all over. We submerged too quickly.
My ship's a wreck, and I am too.
Admirals go down with their ships. In any case, I never knew you for a sailor. If memory serves, you were station master of the Looking Glass line.
Sacked from the railroad without the option. Redundant, the nitwit said. Never a holiday. Loyal as a bulldog. Going in a different direction, my Aunt Fanny, if I had one. Going off the rails more like. Bloody disaster. Now I'm shipless. The old railroad's dead, and this new thing's a monstrosity. It never runs on time. Engineers asleep at the switch. What I don't know about it can't hurt me. Say no more. Nod's as good as a wink. Change
Okay.
the subject. We avoid speaking about the thing whose name should not be spoken.
Hearing something useful about this new train would make for a change.
You don't respect the suffering of others. Go ask your questions and smart remarks to Caterpillar.
I'm sorry, Admiral, really. Please, tell me what you know about the train.
I'll just say we've escaped a contaminating corruption. Count yourself lucky to be down here.
But I don't want to escape. I want to stop it. I must stop it to save myself. And Wonderland too.
Nonsense. Speak more nonsense. Diversions rule the day. The show must go on and so on. Speaking of shows...
We weren't.
Yeah, well, never mind. Here's a ticket for the show Carpenter's mounting. Use it.
Cool. Now something I was more interested in is check out her new outfit. So this is called the Siren outfit. And I just want to quickly take a second to show you these two symbols on her apron there. So on the white we've got one which is actually the moon, and it's supposed to be there to represent Alice's emotions being out of control. Like, if you guys may or may not know, the moon has always been associated with madness. In fact, it's where we get the word lunatic come from, because of someone afflicted by the moon. The one to the side that looks more of a trident is Neptune, and if I just double check here, it's the ruler of illusions, builder of undersea stages and theatre. So it's supposed to represent the carpenter, because he is obviously supposed to be setting up this performance that he was going on about. And if I remember right, we have to help him build the theatre. So I just wanted to showcase that. But another thing as well about her outfit, just out of interest, is, if I remember right, it is the only outfit in the entire game that actually has the water mechanics sort of put in. So once you complete the game, you can actually switch her outfits around. So I could be playing this level in like New Game Plus, with her standard blue one, or one of her later ones, or anything like that. But if I was playing with any of the later ones underwater, like her hair moving around in the water like this wouldn't be happening. But I think if you have her outfits here on land, then her hair will still act as if it's underwater. It's a pretty interesting mechanic. I just thought I'll share with you guys. But I do like the attention to detail that they do put into this game, especially even little things like, you know, her outfits, what symbols and that, and just little things like that is quite fun. But look at this, guys. Look how cool this looks like underwater, eh? Anyway, if I remember right, over there is where we need to go. So we should have just about enough time, I think, in today's episode in order to get to it. So let's swing over. Or is it down there, in fact? Oh no, it's down there. Oh, obviously, that's where the camera's telling us. Duh. Alright, let's try to avoid these. As you can imagine with the spikes, landing on those is not a good thing to do. We can smash this open in the meantime. Alright. As we said, it's always a good idea to sort of check your surroundings. And we have to be careful of those things down there as well. Alright, let's come across here. I do spot you, good sir. Die, 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 die. Thank you. Let's get rid of you. I did hear a pig snout. So what's to my left? Just check and see if it was sort of underneath the lip there. It isn't. What about if it's in here? It's not getting that much louder. Although, what's down here, in fact? Ah, keyhole. I'm sure we'll find out in a second what exactly that snout is. I do want to try and get them when we come across them, you know? Anyway, we'll pop in here, find another bottle. Alright, what else is here? Oh, right, these things. So these things you can't just smash open with a knife, you need to use this. So I suppose it encourages you a bit to at least use one or the other. Is there anything else around this area before we continue? No. Just looks a bit wider than it should be, although I'm saying that it's probably from the fact that when you look at the other places we've gone in where there's keyholes, they're normally in sort of enclosed space, so probably feels smaller than it actually may be. Anyway, now we've done this bit, let's head back over to here. And it looks like we've got two options. We can either go right or we can go left. And I don't know which one is the best way to go. I'll tell you what, let's go down here. And pick snout. Now what does this do? Of course. So you guys probably already noticed a couple of things about this oyster shell. First of all is the fact that we've got an eye right there. Second, that it's got these big teeth sticking out from it. And it's now in a perfect place for me to try and eat me if I try to do anything with it. So I can't remember, can I distract it? No. I think then it's just a time sort of thing. We have a few seconds to do this. And it will eat me if I'm not careful. There we go. Sorted out. Anyway, let me see. I do want to go check out what's over to the right, but for now we'll see if we can make our way over here by going around this way. It looks like it'd be the case. Right. Let's make sure we don't touch that red one. White ones are okay to touch. They just basically act as platforms. What's that up there? Can we get to it? I don't think we can. Although that one... Is that one over there a little bit closer? Better for us to try and do it? I think it is. Yes. Okay. Let's jump. Jump. Right. Smash that. And you as well. I don't know if we're going to actually encounter any of those slithering ruins in this part of the chapter or not. I mean, it does help that it's underwater, so... Oh, no, oh crap. Jumping around too much. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Do I want to try and risk it for the teeth? Yeah, let's risk it for the teeth. There we go, just about made it. And I'm gonna just jump this way a second, just double check. Yeah, this is in fact the bit that we would have come from if we came right instead of left. So, nice and easy. Jump over to here. And straight over the red one. There we go. Right. Is this another slide? No, it isn't. Wasn't sure for a second there. But we are going to encounter another one of Alice's memories. So just have a quick double check, just in case. You got some big eyes on you, fish. Right, let's check out this one, shall we? Ugh.
I was the last one in the library the night of the fire. The log I added to the grate was dead when I went upstairs to bed with Dinah. If it wasn't, I may be responsible for my family's deaths.
There we go. So I don't think she quite remembers at this point how the fire started. She's got suspicions now that it might have been her. Because, well, that's sort of what she envisions anyway. Oh no, hang on, no. To be honest, before this game she had no idea what's happened. And I'm still not going to tell you what happened. Right? Whether or not that's true or not. But as far as she's thinking right now, she might be the one that actually caused the fire. Because if that log that she put on wasn't dead, as in it was still burning when she went upstairs, she might have set the log that set the library on fire. But you guys are going to find out for yourself the answer later, I'm sure. Alright, let's make our way over to this one. Okay, how do you know? It's got 5 minutes. Did I spot a new enemy? I did. Where are you gone, dude? Where are you? Alright, now I'm trying to remember how do we deal with this particular enemy. We can't shoot. It's like a ghost essentially. We can't. Oh, gotcha. Die, 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 die. Okay. Alright, how am I going to deal with this one now? The only thing I can think is trying to shoot the pepper. Ah, there we go. But then the thing is, it's actually hitting me then. With the cannonballs if I'm not being careful. So, have to bear that in mind. Now, can we get over there? No, there's a coral thing to the right of that ledge. So, I presume we can find another way over there shortly. Okay. Then we got a bit over there as well. What's this? Okay, that puts that there. Let's shoot it. Okay, nice and easy. Now, are these going to stay there? That's the question. It did. Good. I was a little bit concerned for a minute there. I was thinking that if I didn't put the what was it, the clockwork rabbits down, that it might have just dropped when I went there and caused me to die. Okay, what's over here anyway? Another snout this way. Okay, let's make our way across. And jump. Saying that, I can't tell where we're supposed to be going. I think it's just here. Oh, phew. Okay, now over to this side. Let's wait for this to come back down. It's a little bit more terrifying just because you can't remember exactly where it is sort of spatially in the game. You could just miss the platform by a tiny bit because of the fact that you didn't realise where exactly it was, before it disappeared. Alright, anything down here? No, we can't make our way down here, can we? No. Now, where's our pig snout? It must be somewhere up ahead then. Alright, let's check it out. Can't see anything on this side as of yet, and there's nothing on this side. I do... Oh, that nearly happened. I do wonder, like, what this area is supposed to be like. Like, is it supposed to be like a resident of Wonderland's home? Or not? And if so, like, why can we not interact with it in a meaningful way? Ah, snout. Just in time. Okay, that gives us a geyser and a new picnic basket. Okay, let's make our way onto this. Okay. Now to figure out how we're going to make our way back. Is there anything sort of easy and obvious to spot from here? Not so much. Okay, well, looks like we just have to take the long way. Right, let's not wait for you a second. Okay, and jump, jump. Okay, just about made it. Okay, stay roughly in one place. Yes. Okay. So now we've done that. We'll continue a little bit onwards, and then I'll have to look for the next checkpoint for us to be able to end the episode. So for now, let's continue onwards. In fact, there we go, another checkpoint. I'll tell you what, let's just do a little bit more. Just a tad. Still got the good weather outside for us to actually have some light, so that just gives me a nice little break, I must admit, from playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I mean, doing a couple hour, sort of few episodes every time does make things a bit, sort of, not the same. I mean, I've really been enjoying Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's just good to have a change of pace, you know? And Alice is a bit of a change from that. In fact, is there anything else in this bit before we continue into Barrelbottom? No. Okay. Hello, Cheshire.
What lies beneath this patina of civility? Something wicked, I'll wager.
I imagine indeed. Anyway, welcome to Barrelbottom. So this is sort of the hub for our next bit of the game. So we'll make our way in, and as you can see, everyone looks very smartly dressed. This fish here with his cane. Don't know if it's a bit redundant, needing a cane if you're a fish. And we've got a lady up here, so I'll check you out. If it wasn't the fact that you're a fish dressed as a human, that would actually look quite civilized and thing. Can we smash that? No, we cannot. I'm trying to remember, there is somewhere, I think in this hub, where we can find the next Wadula room. But I can't remember exactly where we're supposed to be. But there's a snout right up here. Hello. And hello to you. I don't know, is that the carpenter? I think it is. In fact, you can see there the carpenter's symbol, the trident of Neptune. Okay, let's shoot this. See what does it give me. Ooh, picnic basket. And I spotted some teeth somewhere up here, wasn't it? Yes. How would I go about grabbing those? It looks like it's coming in from the left. And it's a high spot platform up there. Okay. As I said, we sort of need to get to the next objective, which is going to the theatre, where the mock turtle said to me about speaking to the turtle. The carpenter. But I'm going to explore a little bit. We can extend the episode a bit longer, so let's check it out. What's down here? Enemies? Yes. Ah, right. I think what we're supposed to do with these guys. It's been a while, so I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like we can shoot their barrels, like that, which knocks them down, and then we can attack them then up close and personal like this. We just have to be a bit careful, because those bombs can do damage to us if we actually let them throw them at us. And we can't block them with the umbrella like we were able to do with the Menace and Ruin. So we'll just have to be a little bit careful with that. Anyway, let's pop up onto here. There's a new memory.
Most theatricals and gaffs are unsuitable for young persons. Punch and Judy dust-ups are no more than vulgar domestic arguments.
They've got a good point. I mean, when you think about it, Punch and Judy is supposed to be a couple, and yet all they do is sort of knock one another about. It's like when I know it's a kid's thing, but when you think about some of the stuff, like Romeo and Juliet, right, considered the greatest love story of all time by some people. And yet when you actually look at the facts of the story, you think, really? Like, you think about it at the beginning, Juliet's 13 years old, if I remember right. And Romeo is a bit older. He's already engaged to another woman, well point out. And they just spot one another, and it's not sort of even love at first sight, because you can't get that, I think. I think love is something you need to grow. You can't, I believe in lust at first sight, but not love. And then what happens then is, over the next 3 days, there's a big turmoil between the two families, because they're at odds with one another. People get killed. I remember, in fact, Romeo goes out on his way to try and hunt some of them down. And then at the end, they kill one another, because they're so sort of lost without the other person in a way, even though they barely know them. Like, they make stupid things, like kill themselves. Like one of them stabs himself, the other one uses the poison, doesn't it? And it's just like, why? You barely know that person. You even in the play, they've never actually had much of a chance to speak to one another. So why would they kill one another, you know? Ugh. It's amazing what you can actually sort of, when you take the time to actually think about things, how it doesn't, some things really just don't make that much sense. Ah, there it is. I thought there was a Wonderland room around. Is there anything else around here? Like, there is a keyhole over here, see? Let's pop you in here. How are we doing with time? We're just over the 30-minute mark now. Okay. We've still got sunlight looking at the camera just there. Alright, let's pick this up. Can pick these up. Actually, we can upgrade one of my weapons now. Let's have a quick look. I do want to get the Vorpal Blade, but we need another 140. Or we can upgrade the Hobby Horse for 500. I'm going to go for the Vorpal Blade. I prefer that. That's my sort of main weapon of choice. In fact, if you guys have checked out my American McGee's Alice Let's Play, you guys know that I like the Vorpal Blade a great deal. Anyway, let's check out this, and we can see what the second challenge is going to be for this. In Hysteria...
There's no time to wait. There's no time at all.
Can you survive the passage of time? So basically now, we've got enemies we need to survive. It's not even a case that we need to kill these guys. We just need to survive. So you could just basically run around like I can keep doing this. And just sort of let them do their thing. Just keep running about. It's not really entertaining. But this is what I need to do in order to complete the mission. So I'll let them do that, and I'm going to shoot at some of them in the meantime. Might as well keep things a bit interesting rather than just watching me as I sort of stand there and do nothing. Right, that's another one dead, that's another dead. Alright, I see you there. You're going to shoot at me in a second, aren't you? Let's drop that down. That's it, go after the cute little rabbit. Hey, you see me? That's you. I'm going to blow you up just like this. And there we go. Success. Nice and easy. That's all you need to do for this one, is survive a certain length of time. And then that's it. Nice and easy. It will get harder depending on the other enemies that we come across, but for that sort of one, it's pretty nice and straightforward. And with that, it's time for us to head back. And, depending if it comes up with a checkpoint now, if it has, I think now will be a good time to end today's episode. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time as we're going to go and meet the Carpenter. And, Christ, there's another one. Walrus. There's the Walrus and the Carpenter. We're going to be meeting them in the next episode. But until then, take care, and goodbye for now.